Welcome dear students. In the last session we have seen Cauchy's root test. In this video we shall see D'Alembert ratio test. Theorem. Let sigma an be a series of positive terms such that limit n tends to infinity an plus 1 divided by an is equal to L. Then the series converges if L less than 1, diverges if L greater than 1, and the test fails if L is equal to 1. Let us see the proof. It is given that limit n tends to infinity an plus 1 divided by an is equal to L. Now, by definition of limit, for given epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of an plus 1 by an minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to m. This is by definition of limit. Now, rejecting the first m minus 1 terms in the beginning, we get, and using the property of modulus, an plus 1 divided by an is greater than L minus epsilon and is less than L plus epsilon for all n. Take this as 1. Now we shall see the three different cases. Case 1, when L less than 1. Choose epsilon sufficiently small such that L plus epsilon is still less than 1. Let L plus epsilon is equal to alpha. Then clearly alpha is less than 1 and alpha is not equal to 0. Now from 1, considering this right portion of 1, an plus 1 divided by an is less than L plus epsilon, which is equal to alpha, which is less than 1 for all the values of n. Now see, an can be written as an divided by an minus 1 into an minus 1 divided by an minus 2 into an minus 2 divided by an minus 3, etc. etc. into a2 divided by a1 into a1. After simplification, RHS will give an only, right? This an minus 1 get cancelled, an minus 2 get cancelled. Similarly, here a1 get cancelled. Only an will remain. So an can be written like this. Now, since we have an plus 1 divided by an is less than alpha for all the values of n, an by an minus 1 is less than alpha, an minus 1 by an minus 2 is less than alpha. Similarly, etc. etc. a2 divided by a1 is less than alpha. So, this RHS is less than alpha into etc. etc. into alpha whole into this a1, right? Here there are n minus 1 times alpha. So, this product gives alpha to the power n minus 1. Since we have n minus 1 times alpha here, product of n minus 1 times alpha gives alpha to the power n minus 1. So, we have an is less than alpha power n minus 1 into a1. That is, sigma an is less than a1 times sigma alpha power n minus 1 for all n. Now see, sigma alpha power n minus 1 is a geometric series, that is the series in the RHS. The series in the RHS is a geometric series with a common ratio alpha and is less than 1, and so it is convergent. Now by first comparison test, sigma an is also convergent. This is case 1. Let us see case 2, when L greater than 1. Now choose epsilon in such a way that L minus epsilon is greater than 1. We have L greater than 1. Choose epsilon such that L minus epsilon is also greater than 1. Now put L minus epsilon is equal to beta. Then beta is greater than 1. Now by considering left portion of 1, we have an plus 1 divided by an is greater than L minus epsilon and is equal to beta, which is greater than 1, or an plus 1 divided by an is greater than beta, which is greater than 1 for all the values of n. Now again, we have written an in the form an divided by an minus 1 into an minus 1 divided by an minus 2 into etc. into a2 divided by a1 into a1. See, by this, that is an plus 1 divided by an is greater than beta for all the values of n. So, an by an minus 1 is greater than beta, an minus 1 by an minus 2 is greater than beta, etc. a2 by a1 is greater than beta. So, this RHS is greater than beta into etc. into beta into a1, and here we have n minus 1 times beta. So, this product gives rise to beta to the power n minus 1, and so we have an is greater than beta power n minus 1 into a1 for all the values of n, or sigma an is greater than a1 into sigma beta power n minus 1. And here the series in the RHS, that is sigma beta power n minus 1, is again a geometric series, and here the common ratio is beta and is greater than 1. So it is divergent. We know how the geometric series behaves. According to that, this being a geometric series with a common ratio which is greater than 1, it is divergent. And so, by second comparison test, sigma an is also divergent. So, this completes case 2. Let us see case 3. This we shall see by considering examples. When L is equal to 1, the D'Alembert's ratio test fails. That is, the series may be convergent or divergent. The ratio test fails to give any information when L is equal to 1. For example, consider the series sigma 1 by n. Sigma 1 by n. Here an is 1 by n and an plus 1 is 1 by n plus 1. Let us see the limit. Limit an plus 1 by an as n goes to infinity is, limit n goes to infinity, 1 by n divided by 1 by n plus 1 is n by n plus 1. Applying limit to this, we get 1. And the series sigma 1 by n is divergent. Here the limit value is 1 and the series is divergent. That is because sigma 1 by n is a p series with p is equal to 1. And we know that p series diverges when p is equal to 1. Consider the other example, which is sigma 1 by n square. Here an is 1 by n square, and so an plus 1 is 1 by n plus 1 whole square. Now let us see the limit. Limit n tends to infinity, an plus 1 by an is equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 by n square by 1 by n plus 1 whole square. After simplifying, we get n square divided by n plus 1 whole square, and applying limit like this, taking n square outside and applying limit afterwards, we get 1. Limit of this ratio is 1. Limit value is 1, but the series sigma 1 by n square is convergent in this case. This is because sigma 1 square is also, sigma 1 by n square is also p series with p greater than 1. See, in both the examples, the limit value is 1, but one series is convergent and another one is divergent. Lastly, you have Rabbe's test, but the proof is not needed for you according to your syllabus. Just go through the statement, what it says. Theorem: let sigma an be a series of positive terms such that limit n tends to infinity n into an by an plus 1 minus 1 is equal to L. Then sigma an is convergent if L greater than 1. Sigma an is divergent if L less than 1. This test is applied usually when ratio test fails. So these are all the tests which we use to predict the nature of the series. We shall do problems related to these tests in the later classes.